Productions.
My name is DJ Upgrade. I'm from East Oakland, California.
Y'all know what the fuck going on? Royal Life Productions in this motherfucker.
I've been working with Too Short for like 6-7 years. I'm on his last 3 projects, and I've been out here for like 3 years.
So what made you want to come to like the Southern California?
Short's movement was originally in Oakland, downtown Oakland, and I got my break in Oakland. Like I met one of his people or whatever, and they told me to come downtown Oakland. I went up there, I started working up there or whatever, and it got to the point where, you know, he basically told me he was moving everything to LA. So, like, I had to make a choice. And at first, you know, like, cause Short don't wait on nobody. He was already out here, moved everything down to SoCal, and had something going with, I believe, Magic Gate. And I missed that whole movement because I was still in the town, hella hard-headed or whatever. So I ended up leaving or whatever. And when I came out here, he just kept telling me, like, it's gonna be good. All you gotta do is just come out here and do the same thing you was doing in the Bay. So it was good for me.
So you said Short don't wait on nobody.
Yeah.
So how did that make you feel? The people you working with that's still making music, but you feel like they left you behind?
I mean, it didn't make me feel like I was left behind. I just learned that it's business, you know? Like, I done been with Mr. Fab, and he was like, we about to leave these niggas. Like, that's what it kind of comes with it. And like, I done been with people. Everybody who's an up-and-coming rapper done been on their way to a show, and your ride holds you up longer than you. Your ride take longer to get ready than you. Like, bitch, this is my show. Like, what about doing? Like, so it makes you get frustrated, but you got to put yourself in a position where you can't wait on nobody, you know? So like, Short took the movement to LA. I wasn't bitter. I just couldn't leave at that time. I had hella like stuff going on. I got a son, you feel me, over there, so I had to make sure I got it. I had everything straight enough to where I could leave. So I just learned that's still something that I have a hard time with, but man, these niggas don't hesitate to cut, you know? And there's been a few situations where Short has waited for me for a show, and that lets me know he genuinely cared. But it's like, you know, if you had 15,000 to go pick up, who would you wait for?
Nobody.
I would leave my grandma. You feel me? Like, let's just be real, bro. 15,000, you'll be all right. I'll take you to dinner after.
Right now.
You feel me? Like, so like, I started like slowly but surely picking on like how to be a big dog, and these people get into it within their circle too. It's just that you a grown man, you was taking too long. Maybe your girl you was with, because my downfall is my ride on the female side. These females be want to look better than me. All this like, you know, I'm about to be on stage, little mama. Like, man, just like, let's just get there, grind with me before you try to shine with me, you know. So it's like that situation, but you know, I learned, you know, there's been hella little situations where I came late, didn't get to rap, still got to like watch him rap on the side of the stage. There's been situations where I went to the old venue, didn't check on the Ticketmaster updated address, pulled up, show's over. Like, I didn't have to learn it, like, you know, from the ground up. So like, I appreciate it, you know.
Well, at least people still stick with you.
Yeah.
It's not like people trying to like stop fucking with you because you're not gradually picking up their little schedule.
Yeah.
Like you said, artists, they on a schedule.
Yeah.
If you're not on that time.
I fell out with my partner I came into business with. You feel me? Like, I came into this music business with my nigga DB. And there was a Too Short show. And I texted him. He didn't respond to my text. Left his ass. He was hella hot. I mean, he left me to go to the Too Short show. We kind of fell out for a couple months. And it took him a couple of times where he got to go somewhere for him to call me like, I respect it, bro. Okay, you ain't bullshit. You know, it's kind of like that. Like, okay, I respect it, bro. Like, okay, you'll leave me too? Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So, when you got into this game, don't you think like this game's a part of it when you're gonna have fallouts? Because if you don't have a fallout with a person, like, don't you think it's not real?
Too Short thrived in the East Coast, West Coast beef. You ain't never heard him say shit to nobody. He ain't heard him shit on nobody. He was in the East Coast doing shows. He was in the West Coast doing shows. Like, this is why I kind of chose him as somebody to fall behind and kind of learn like the game, because like a lot of young kids think they got to damn near funk with a nigga from the same city or funk with somebody else who popping to get in. And it's like the slow way is the for sure way, because people not gonna, whatever you do to get hot, you're gonna have to do that to get your album hot, to get your singles hot. You know, you gotta funk with somebody when your album drop. You gotta funk with somebody when your video drop. It's just like that's not the way to go about it. I feel like the best way to go about it is kind of like just put your first and your best foot forward. You know, like everybody not gonna get posted on Say Cheese, but that don't mean you're not a dope rapper. You feel me? Everybody who Say Cheese posts is not necessarily everybody that's on the Rolling Loud card. So there's still like ins and outs, you know. Even if you super aggressive, like I like Tay K's The Race song. I don't necessarily like it because of the jail stuff. I feel like I would have liked it regardless. And you can try to duplicate that with other artists, it don't work, you know? Mm-hmm. There's hella other rappers I know fighting murder cases, they promoting it. It's like, that song don't go, bro. I'm not worried about it like that, you know? Like at the end of the day, no matter what else is like thrown in your face as it matters, the music matters too. And it's like, it's something that a lot of artists sometimes lose a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
So how old were you when you first discovered music?
Man. I remember being in junior high. I used to write raps. We used to always clown each other in raps. I'd be too shy to rap my shit. My friend would rap it and be like, oh, this nigga, I clown. You know, like the fat girl like you. It's white t-shirt, blah, 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 blah. You know, little stuff like that. And in high school, I realized young I didn't have the grades for football, but I still used to play. I used to get letters from Oregon and stuff or whatever. And we used to do with Shibuya roll call. Niggas was getting flamed, you feel me? And then I always had like a love for music. Even like early, when I was hella young, MTV wasn't all rap. Everything wasn't all rap like it used to be, you know? So when I was young, I even had like a taste in like the rock shit that would come on. Like, I don't like this shit, I don't like this shit. But that Smashing Pumpkins song, that shit alright right there though, you feel me? If that shit came on, I would probably, you feel me? Like, I would start to develop a taste. It's just like jail food. Like, even if you don't like it, sooner or later, you're gonna start liking Thursdays, you feel me? Or whatever it is. So, like, I always been around music, and I always had a love for it. I used to dance, but not like hella raw. I wasn't like a notorious turfer or whatever. But I was in the functions, and I was like, you know, behind cute females or whatever, doing my thing. And I feel like being outside of music and not just starting like when you're 12 and you get to live life and go through, you know, just music you like and just be evolved, go to parties out the way and all that. I feel like that sharpens your ear and your style of music too. So I always had it around me. So I just kind of like implicated it into making beats and stuff and like that.
So when do you transition from being a DJ to an artist?
Look, this is the craziest thing, right? So I've never DJ'd a set in my life. This is the thing that everybody kind of gets confused by. I have a song that's called Get Active. My dead friend, before he died, he was talking a whole bunch of shit on the end of another song that I helped him record. So he like, yeah, you know what time it is, blah, 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 you know, he's rocking with me, get active or whatever. So when he passed, as like a tribute to his mom, I just took them little things of him talking and made a beat around it, you know, like get active, get active, you know, and I made a song called Get Active, which was popping up in the West Coast. And people thought I was like, get active. And on the song he said, shout out DJ Upgrade. So nobody knows that my real name is Upgrade. Everybody just called me Upgrade. I was Upgrade till the song came out. So he said, I call you DJ Upgrade because you make beats, you engineer, you feel me, you helping me rap it, you mixed it too, you in the mix, you doing everything, you feel me? So I just threw out the DJ Upgrade. So I wasn't mad at it. So as soon as it got out, it became something to where people felt like, you know, you DJ Upgrade now, you know, Burger named you too, he gone now, like you can't, that boy turned in his grave. So it was like something that I did like as an ode to him or whatever. And you know, it confuses a lot of people, but like I don't mind explaining the story because like it needs to be explained or whatever. But the big transition for me from trying to do sports is like just me being honest. Like I do not got the grades and I'm not about to go to a JC and thug it out. Like I need to do something else. So like I had just just kind of like, that's when like, you know, I'm in adult school trying to get my mama a high school diploma to make her happy, you feel me? And I meet DB's friend. Then I meet DB. And you know, we in Oakland, we in the slums, we hitting. I'm not gonna lie, like we hitting houses, but I'm being smart about it, so we putting gas on the tank. We hitting houses out the city so we don't have issues. So one day we driving on MacArthur and I put in a CD and he like, what's this? It's like, these beats. Like, you make beats? He's like, I rap. And you know, like you rap. The nigga raw. Like like it's like you get around your friend, you think you know him, then he's saucy or something. So I'm like, hold on, bro, we got to do something with this. So like, that's when I was just like, we gotta figure it out, blah blah blah, you know. And like, me and DB, the way this whole Mob Squad music started, like in Oakland, like it's the reason why a lot of people kind of like don't fuck with us, because we never, when I first came into this rap game, when I chose to do it, our first music started getting like put on like Modesto radio stations. We would hear like they play some hyphy stuff at like at a baseball game or something like that. And it's like, you know, if you have early achievements, it kind of keeps you more motivated or whatever. So it's like, I told DB, like, we got to keep doing this. And he dropped a groundbreaking album, and I dropped like 4 singles. That's like, people will argue and say, you're not from Oakland if you don't know these songs or whatever. And so we never got under an umbrella that was already established in our city. We never got under, well, I never got under a manager who had under an umbrella, who worked hella Bay Area artists. So when we got big, it's kind of like J. Cole's album that he went platinum to the neck. Like, all right, who else is applauding that? Like, only people you share in your piece of pie is really going to be that happy for you. So we had the streets, and that was basically it. We had some artists that grew up to our music, liked our music, but it was like, you know, people wasn't trying to bring us on the show. So like, when we first came into the game, we was hella ignorant, we was hella happy-go-lucky, and we thought all smiles meant that people fuck with us, and that's not really what it was at the end of the day. Like, and like, it took me years to figure out, like, people was straight eroding our career because we never got under other niggas. So like, you know, them niggas talking about you, them niggas talking about you. So I used to tell DB, like, bruh, we gotta get under somebody or we got to cut. That's 2 things I noticed that everybody from the Bay Area did, and that's how they blew up. G-Eazy went to New York, 40 Short went to Atlanta, you feel me? Fab stayed doing like the LA connection, he went to the South too. Even like Keisha Cole was fucking with Death Row, like everybody left. So I was like, man, we gotta do something. So I started hollering at like Shorts people, and like that's how I kind of like learned my way in. But it took like 10 years. It was like a 10, 12-year story, like kind of shortened up or whatever. But the transition wasn't easy. We used to bring hella niggas to shows. We was like a dominant gang in Oakland, so it was like, we didn't have no order. We used to let the youngsters just do their thing. Like, it was unprofessional. I can't call it nothing else but that. There was somebody got shot at a Frisco show. To this day, people think I was there or I let them in or some shit. I'm like, I didn't go to that show, bro. You feel me? Like, DB didn't go either, but it was called a Mob Squad party. So like, there was transition. It's not easy. You know, like I ran a gang, so even if it's been like maybe like 15 years from now, I might meet somebody. You upgrade? Mob Squad upgrade. Yo, little niggas jumped my nephew 10 years ago. You feel me? And I got an answer to that. You feel me? Like, bruh, them niggas probably wasn't even squad, but like, man, you know, we had like over 200 people doing it. So like the transition from being just somebody in the community, because I try to break it down to people out here, and it's like, you don't have to be just hella rah-rah to be affiliated with something dangerous. It could just be something you're born into. It could just be your bros. Like, I understand that he does scandalous stuff, but that's still my friend. He don't do me like that. You feel me? So it's like, I had to figure out who I can bring with me, and like the transition to taking music serious, it's gonna tap your pride, you know? If you don't mind being called like maybe like the square ass rap nigga in your circle, then you got it in for you. Because a lot of people, they try to transition into music and then they have to go back to the streets, especially hood singers. This is what I noticed though for sure. Hood singers be wanting to be harder than the rappers. You feel me? I ain't on singing shit. I'm on some real nigga shit. You feel me? Like you kind of come off insecure, bro. I be telling niggas I'm on some square ass rap shit. I look niggas in their soul and say that shit. Like, I'm not trying to be king of the streets out here. If I go to a project in LA, it's kind of cause I'm going to fuck with my bro. It's not trying to be like, yeah, real nigga. I'm in the Jordan Project. You feel me? I'm the realest out. Can you come out here? Like that shit don't matter to me. You feel me? Like you gotta understand what music is and the business is, you know, and like sacrifice yourself to that instead of trying to be like. It's hella hard to juggle both, and everybody who you think juggle both, them niggas probably way more square than you think. Their image is just maybe more rah-rah, whatever, but like, it's just like pimping or gangbanging. Like, you gotta jump in head first. You can't just keep dipping your toe in like, I'm a rapper this weekend, I'm a rapper on the weekends. Like, it just comes a certain time, you know? So the transition not easy.
It's kind of funny that we just had that conversation about how rappers just, they blow up and they start banging. Except for bang when they're younger, then when they get older, they cool down, but then they still chilling with it. I heard in one of your interviews you were saying like brrrah,
Yeah.
in a bunch of songs, and a lot of people thought you were B-dogging.
We didn't know this. We ignorant Oakland niggas, and I know when I tell LA niggas, they like, how the fuck you don't know? Like, I ain't never heard Snoop Dogg say brat. I ain't never heard YG say brat. Like, them is the popular blood and the popular Crip. Like, so it's like, we never knew that was a blood call. We just heard niggas imitating how a Mac sound. Brat on a bitch ass nigga. Woo, 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 you feel me? So like, I wouldn't even say we originated that term. I used to hear East Coast niggas saying in battle rap in like 2003 Fight Club shit though. Just cause like I said, I kind of like try to keep my ear on music or whatever. Especially the urban side, but we say hella stuff that if you listen to us, you probably think that we bang blood. Like, even like right now, they be saying on the B. I don't say it because it's kind of like not in me. I don't just go with everything that's like the lingo or whatever. But when I talk to DB on the B, bruh, I'm like, bruh, we say bruh hella much when we talk. We say bruh hella much when we talk. We got hella music talking about bruh. Even Get Active, we just talking about bruh. We can move mean on the old. Like when I play for you, like I could understand how some bloods from LA probably like, oh, we got some Oakland town niggas banging the set or whatever. But on some politics shit, I kind of understand it because the way they bring it up to me, they like, if you a big star and you come out here, you're gonna have some protection from out here, or you're gonna get got. That's kind of like how it is. So like, I see some people come out here and they bang. It's just like, I don't know, man. I might be another nigga who's gonna get chased out of the club or something, but like, I'm not banging shit. I may fuck with some niggas, and who I fuck with is who I fuck with, but like, after that, like, I'm not gonna like claim GD just so I can be safe in the Midwest. Like, I don't feel like that's genuine, and I feel like the people in it, especially with this 6ix9ine shit, I feel like most people not going out for that. Cause when I tell people, when I explain that to people, like, bro, listen. He was big, bruh. He got some people to protect him, bruh. And then he told on all of them. He like, especially the one he told to shoot at Chief Keef. That's like, I call you, hey, bruh, put some work in for me. I got 10 bands for you, feed your family. And you go do it, and I call the police on you.
And then I get 49 years. And
That's cold as fuck. Like, on some real fuck music shit, if you talk to a street nigga, like,
but
that's the
Tekashi,
coldest.
Them niggas being street niggas, they should have knew Tekashi wasn't already about it. Just the way he act.
It's the way he kind of manipulated them niggas. He took some black niggas from the hood with him around. Like, think about this. Tekashi, think about all the people who can't say Treyway in LA, can't say Treyway in Chicago. Where you from? Oh. If you say Treyway to a Chicago nigga, like, oh yeah, you niggas thought y'all was, you feel me? If you say I'm Treyway in Houston, you feel me? It's like he went on tour funking with everybody, and he don't have to necessarily kind of deal with it like that. When I hear them talk about Tekashi, it's more like as an artist. I'm like, man, what about people who bang Treyway when they leave New York? You feel me? Like, them niggas not, the people who he disrespected, like, them street niggas, them niggas don't rap at all. So it's
They
like,
ran up on him.
and they did that everywhere
you
you
see
going.
his entourage.
And it's
Well,
like,
not even that. He gave a bad image to their hood.
yeah, exactly.
So
Exactly.
he got locked up, and everybody that's still trying to bang that hood when they travel around, even New York, it's like, okay, I know who you are.
And they still prideful. Even though they got the head honchos and all them in jail wrapped up behind Tekashi shit, don't think it's still not hella people who like, yeah, man, Treyway, free my niggas. Like, what? You feel me? And it's like, it's just like I be trying to tell people, like, I done watched so many people die trying to be king of the streets. Like, that shit don't even motivate me no more. You feel me? And when I see somebody who's trying to do that, lets me know you early in your development in the urban community, man. Because once you see that and live that long enough, you start to be the nigga who want to be kind of under, like, you know?
100.
Because it's like more peace. You know, like the nigga who got money and everybody know he got money, he don't got more peace than the nigga on the under. You feel me? Because he could take his little girl out, spend his little bread, and kind of just play broke. Like, that's how kind of like Oakland bosses be. Like, niggas get out of jail and they kind of just play cool. But they have money to play with, but they learn from the 80s. You feel me? It's like Frank Lucas in the suit. You wearing a clown uniform. You gonna get us all wrapped up. You got a chinchilla fur. That's something I could wear today. Niggas gonna be like, God damn, you dripping. You feel me? And the police will be like, how the fuck you get that?
Yeah, man, they're gonna mess with you because
Yeah.
they see you with that and they see you with a group of niggas.
It's a big thing with this that I always tell people, like, it wasn't always like this. It's almost like being a rapper is a gladiator. I tell people, like, being a rapper is one of the most deadliest arts that you could do. Like, if you practice MMA, what's the chance you get killed? If you practice being a rapper in your city, I feel like the chances of something happening to you, so many people die and they wasn't maybe as known as rappers, but like they rap too. You feel me? It may be JJ from the block had his punk ass tapes he was trying to give out, but in his head, in his mind, he was a rapper. He probably spoke up because of the rap side of him, you know? Whereas the street survival side, you learn how to take an L kind of cool. Like, oh, okay, you don't fuck with me? All right, let me buy my weed, get up off your spot. Y'all be cool, you feel me? But the rapper nigga might be like, what? And that's all you really need in the hood. Like, what you mean what? You feel me? And then it goes on from there or whatever. So like, I just don't kind of like how people from the suburbs could rap about that gangster shit and kind of like submit for deals and kind of like that, and like niggas from the hood kind of have to go all out with like a real gladiator sport. Like, it can only be one of y'all gonna get the deal, and I feel like everybody kind of acts like that, and it's like, it's not cool. It used to be built on talent, you know? Now it's like, oh, what's your street cred? What's your following? What's your numbers, period? We don't really give a fuck what you rap about, what your numbers doing, you know? That's why like niggas like Jake Paul from YouTube get a deal. He's doing numbers, and YouTube fucking views, counted streams now too. So
Yeah.
like, them niggas, I mean, the big businesses, they all about their bread at the end of the day. But like, I don't know, man. I be looking at that. Sometimes I feel like with the Bobby Shmurda situation, with the TK, it's almost like the label and the police talk to each other. Like, we're gonna blow him up. Let us know how long he got. You feel me? And then we got the masters anyway. So we got the music forever. You could put TK on a fucking bologna sandwich commercial right there, like the race. And it's like, you can't do nothing about it. I just online. I was making Facebook events for albums to drop, for Facebook, for shows or whatever. And like, if you up and coming independent nigga, you have to be ahead of the curve as far as technology. I know a independent nigga right now. He got a shirt. You can take your phone and like just try to take a picture of it, and it'll take you to a website. I don't know how he did it. I'm trying to find him again.
That's that Nipsey Hussle stuff.
Yeah, I seen one with his where it showed a music video. I'm
Yeah.
like,
How you
that's the
do
future.
that?
That's the future. I know my nigga Pookie, he got this shit where he could put a barcode in your flyer. They take a picture of it, ding, it asks you want to go to the website. I'm like, that's the future for an independent nigga. Like, on mama, like, I don't know why people not utilizing that, because when I get some bread, I'm going to make hella people have to step on that. I'm going to be everywhere with it, taking pictures. Like, oh, it's taking me somewhere. Save that. Bookmark that and take this picture or whatever the fuck, you know? But I would say, like, technology is the future. It's just it's like another realm, you know? And if no matter how fucked up your life is, you can always kind of act like you was shit on Instagram, you know? I know, like, the meme where it's like, it'd be a badass bitch, And you know, if she ever turned her camera around, she would be like on a mattress on the floor. You feel me? And that's really how it be. So like, I don't know if it's healthy to escape the fucked up life you live in. I think it is healthy as long as it's at a healthy proportion, because you still have to deal with who you are once you put the phone down. You know your situation once you put the phone down. I know a lot of artists are somewhat depressed because they make it seem like they popping bigger than they are, you know, and they gotta kind of hide themselves from everybody because some people think they on and they ain't on like that. So like, sometimes you can write a check that your lifestyle can't cash, basically, you know. And I think that's what it is with a lot of Instagram girls too. Like, a lot of them, first off, is not that wet with no makeup, or like in person, like you be having some filter. You got some other apps. I didn't know that some females run their pictures through other apps, then they put it on Instagram. So I'm like, might as well get Photoshop, you know? If you're gonna do that and make flyers, really get your bread or whatever. But I can't knock anybody. I know some people who straight up like fooling some people on IG. I can't knock nobody because, you know, it's a whole bunch of beautiful women who are making money off posts, you know, making money off promos, you know, and I can't knock that. So like, to each his own. It's just crazy how much the internet matters now, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Right now, so can you tell your followers where to find you at?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, like we was just talking about, DJ_upgrade. I got Trap Divas dropping in September, and it's gonna be a good mix of some females you may have heard of, you may not have, but they all dope and they all talented, and you know, they all hungry for this, just like the males are. I make sure I deal with hungry females or whatever with this project. So hit me up on the gram, the same Instagram, DJ_upgrade. That's my Twitter. Just type in DJ Upgrade, I'm gonna pop up.